So hi, my name is Daphne Preston-Kendal. If you don't know me, I am the chair of the working group for R7RS large scheme, the next version of the scheme standard. I'm not going to give a long status update today. It's a lightning talk. For a basic introduction, you can see the talk I gave at ELS last year, which kind of explained the process and where we were then. And for something slightly newer, you can read the submission I made to the conference, Trends in Functional Programming in Oxford in January of this year. So I just want to give a brief summary of what we're doing, where we are, and then extend an invitation. So our goal is really to make, with R7RS large, our goal is really to make standard scheme, a suitable language for programming in the large, in practice, in the real world. So part of that would be, for example, we would like to have cross-implementation portability of libraries that's as good as Common Lisps. That's not perfect, of course, like I'm sure all of you know, but it's a hell of a lot better than where we are now, for example. And also, for example, reunify the splits in the language and in the community that have been caused by the split over R6RS and R7RS small. So my main focus right now is on the first part of the report, the first major part, which is called the foundations. This is the core semantics of the language. This is being released in 7 parts. Called fascicles. I'm an historical linguist. We release our stuff in fascicles. The first one came out in October last year. That detailed macro features. You got a really neat, cool new macro features, so your DSLs in R7RS large can get some really cool new features. The next part, I had really hoped that I would be able to announce it right now. It's not quite there yet, but hopefully in the next week or two, it will come out. There will be an announcement on your favorite programming news trackers, I'm sure. After that, we have fascicles on everything from the basic data types in Scheme, record types, i.e. defining your own, errors, the library system, and so on and so forth, so that we have a really good core language to build on. When we do build on that, the next major part that we're also concurrently working on is called the batteries. These are some standard libraries, like a very conservative set of standard libraries, I would say. So these are data structures like hash tables, concurrent, functional and classical hash tables. Like we don't need those, we don't need to define those as part of the core language specification. So we're kind of treating things like that, things like syntactic sugar, things like processing text and data, parsing libraries, stuff like that, as a separate project, the batteries. The third part is called environments. Since this is a Lisp conference, it will probably not surprise you all that the people working on the language specification are not all that interested in working on the operating system integration of the language. So we haven't made an awful lot of progress there yet, but we do hope to have at least something more than this has been in previous versions of Scheme. So yeah, I would just like to extend, lastly, an open invitation to everyone to get involved in R7RS large. I am not the BDFL of R7RS large. I'm not a dictator. I'm definitely not here for life, I hope. Everyone's voice in this process is equal and welcome, and we try and find consensus where we can. If we can't, we will put it to a vote. You can go to r7rs.org. There's links there to our issue tracker. There's links to the small version of the language if you want to just mess around with Scheme as it is. That's pretty much it, apart from to say that there will be a longer update on Scheme at the Scheme workshop at ICFP in October. Whether I will be there in person, I can't guarantee. Singapore is a very long way. But you will be able to hear something more of our progress there. If there are any questions, you can talk to me now. I don't know how much time I have. If I could take 1 minute. Okay, probably not enough time for questions. But I'm happy to take questions if you see me hanging around. Thank you.
Thanks.